Welcome back, guys. Automotive Inc. here. So today, again, we're in the office. We're going over some new stuff, some news, if you will. I got a video that Chevy's killing the Camaro in the end of 25. Basically, it'll be at the end of it, but I think production, they said, is actually going to stop in 2024. But this channel loves trucks and loves Fords, and so we're going to talk about the 2024 and 2023. So I'm just going to break down some of the biggest differences. So of course now you can start to order your 24 and you're thinking, well, shit, the 23s are still rolling in. You are right. And I think you're going to run into the exact same ordering issue as you did before when it came to the 2023 Super Duty. The same problem that I had, waiting almost 6 months. You are going to be definitely sad. Now, that being said, not a bunch of or big drastic changes to the 2024 over the 2023. So if you can find a 23 that somebody ordered and got tired of waiting on and then didn't buy it, and you can snag that and it fits your towing and whatnot. There were some funky ways that people could order it back then with like the center high mounted camera that's in the third brake light. That was kind of like a part of a package, if you will. And I definitely recommend that camera nonetheless, but some of that stuff has now became stuff like a standard issue in that trim level. So let's go over some of the things. So even though the truck is getting a few updates, none of them are going to be crazy. Basically none of the fascia is really going to change. None of the body is going to change. And you're still going to have your standard trim ranges running from the XL, which is basically a very nice work truck these days, up to the Limited. All right, so one of the biggest things is the 6.8. Everybody wanted the 6.8. Ford promised the 6.8 was coming to other trim levels and was going to be the base engine for most of the Super Duty lineup. That is not going to change this year. It is going to basically only be in the XL trim. The 2024 Super Duty is going to remain the same engine options as the previous year. However, the 6.8 V8 now offers flex fuel capability for what they call complete trucks. This means that the Super Duty models equipped with a bed, excluding chassis and cab, can run on both regular gasoline and E85. That's not going to be all that big of news because E85 is not any more affordable than regular octane fuel here in Colorado. Maybe it is in other states. And because the truck doesn't do as well for fuel economy, I'm not sure the gain or draw to that. But if that's what they're going to do, I think a lot of more people would have been much more attracted to putting the 6.8 in an F-250 Lariat. And that is not going to happen. So in terms of exterior paint colors, the 2024 Super Duty will introduce two new color, which is darkened bronze, which they already kind of had that color in that brownish gray. And then they have glacier gray metallic tri-coat. These will replace the azure gray, which that was kind of like that bluish one, which I'm not sure a lot of people are huge fans of. And then the stone gray shades. So that's not going to be a huge change there. All right, we're going to move into tech features. The 2024 Super Duty is going to have some upgrades. XLT models equipped with the premium package, as well as Lariat, King Ranch, Platinum, and Limited trims now come with 1 year of connected navigation services included. Additionally, the XL and XLT models offer the optional onboard scales with smart hitch feature. The programmable engine idle shutdown 86K order package is now available as an option for XL and XLT trims. Improved supply chain efficiency has allowed for the removal of certain options such as heated steering wheel removal and LED projector headlamp dynamic bending and auto leveling removal. So basically now that they're catching up, those options are kind of floating back in. I would rather have onboard scales and the heated steering wheel. However, the fact that the connected nav, so if you get a premium package in your XLT, you're getting the big screen. Well, the big screen has a capability for navigation. However, connected services is what's going to actually turn that navigation on. So unless you get the 12-inch with nav, you have to buy connected services. But I will tell you this much, guys, I've paid for it before. It's like $80 a year. You get upgraded maps indefinitely. You get all of the fuel data, the stop data, and the Yelp review. You have all of it at the fingertips. I think it's well worth it. And that way you don't have to necessarily pay for the nav upgrade later on. However, whatever floats your boat. If you do like the lower trims, you like the smaller 8-inch screen, you're still going to have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Just keeping in mind, Ford's always had kind of lackluster quality screens in the lower trims. So, I mean, it looks nice. Then you get and see the 12-inch, you're like, wow, that is fantastic. One thing to note before we leave the technology changes is the onboard scales, guys, that stuff is collecting data and probably will report that back to Ford and or collect it and keep it in the computer in the event you have a breakdown and they want to see if you overloaded the truck. Now, telematics and all kind of stuff like that has been in the trucks for quite a while. Although the onboard scales, we know that Ford is tipping the verge of going from a light duty truck segment to a medium duty in the F350, obviously in the F450 also. But I mean, the towability of an F350 with the HO, the max tow, the upgraded axle packages and all that stuff is like insane. It's in the 30s and it is class leading. It's just insane. The onboard scales, I think, is a handy tool for most of us or even hot shotters to check your pin weights, tongue weights. But at the end of the day, just be aware that that probably will collect it. All right, new packages for 2024 over 2023. The 2024 introduces a heavy service package for pickup box delete. That is a 63R order code and a pickup box delete. Simultaneously, the 360-degree camera package without the center high-mounted stop lamp camera has been discontinued. So that they can actually get all those cameras and then omit the one in the bed. That is a wonky thing, so I'm glad that they went away with that and basically slapped in there. If you get a 360 camera, you get the center high-mounted stop lamp in there. That's the way to go for sure, guys. And again, I'm just breaking these down easier because I think it's much easier to do it this way than try and go point out on a truck what's all the different. Most of this stuff is infinitesimal to most people, and it's not going to be a big deal over the 2023. So if you're thinking, well, I'll just go ahead and wait for a 24, and you see a Lariat on the lot and you like it, you might want to snag that. Otherwise, you're going to wait. Lord only knows how long. So, all right, now let's talk about the trims. The base XL trim will come standard with the 6.8 liter gas. Adding the STX package provides the option of upgrading to the Godzilla, and the rear-wheel drive configuration is only available on the work trucks, which kind of makes sense, guys, because I don't know anybody at this day and age where fuel economy on these trucks is so good, why it even bother with two-wheel drive? But the work truck segment, sometimes it demands it. Warmer climates, they don't need four-wheel drive. So I guess in that stance, you can do whatever floats your boat. But you can now get the STX package. Last year in 23, it came with the 6.8, and then you had to jump to an XLT to get the Godzilla. Now they're putting it as an option. And then I will tell you this much, that the STX package, guys, was never a standalone trim. Okay, it was always a package on top of the XL, and it is a heck of a deal if you're looking to get into a truck. Now that you can get the Godzilla in that XL trim with the STX, it has great wheels, great fascia, great tech, carpet if you like it. I do. Lots of great stuff into it, so it is pretty good like that. The XLT will also include the 8-inch infotainment screen running the Sync 4. We're going to cruise up to the XLT trim. It's going to offer several enhancements over the XL, including 4-wheel drive, standard. You're paying for it, but standard. And the 7.3 Godzilla V8. It features chrome grills, bumpers, fog lamps, large painted cast aluminum wheels, carpeting, 5-speaker AM/FM stereo. Again, 8-inch with the Sync 4 unless you get the premium pack. Now, I will tell you this much, guys. Ford is still having an issue with the LCD gauges, the full computer screen in there. However, if you get an XLT or above, XLT with a premium package, you're going to get that screen. So, be forewarned, if you like analog gauges, you're going to be looking at an XL, STX package, and a base XLT. All right, Lariat. It is the entry level for Ford into the luxury truck, and this is my favorite trim level, but to each your own. The Lariat is going to get standard step bars, bright chrome grille, body-colored handles, LED box lighting, rain-sensing wipers, LED headlamps, remote tailgate release, upgraded wheels, dual zone climate control, leather seats, and a 12-inch Sync 4 screen. They don't say 12-inch navigation sync for. So keep in mind about the connected nav, but it will give you that for free for a year, and you can try it. And if you love it, great. If you want to use Android Auto, that 12-inch screen with Android Auto is really sharp. All right, King Ranch, you're going to be only available with crew cab. So no longer in a super cab from Ford are you going to be able to go above Lariat. And you're going to have a chrome tailpipe fleek, which is whatever. Power running boards, two-tone paint, King Ranch badging, distinctive wheels, special interior treatments with unique leather, 14-speaker B&O sound system, which is fantastic, advanced driving assist technology, a heads-up display, power tailgate, and Pro Power on board. You know, Ford just kind of keeps adding these trim levels, and really they kind of just kind of fit everybody. Like the Platinum kind of is a city slicker guy, and the King Ranch is like a cowboy kind of truck. You know, to me, the Lariat's like the working man luxury truck. It works out perfect, and really, you're not getting much more in any of these other ones. But Platinum is going to include power running boards, body-colored bumpers, a satin aluminum grille, chrome handles with body-color surrounds, a satin chrome tailgate applique, 20-inch wheels, unique interior treatments, multi-contour leather seating with heat and ventilation, and power tailgate. Now, the multi-contour leather seating is fantastic. So that is one of the bumps to going up to one of those more up trims. But yeah, other than that, none of those really float my boat. Now, if you can get any higher, the Ford is going to continue offering the 24 Limited, which they consider ultra luxe. New 6-point output, power stroke is standard. So that's pretty crazy. Only comes in crew cab. We'll have power running boards, body colored bumpers and handles, a power moonroof and tailgate, 20-inch wheels, a Myco suede headliner, premium two-tone leather upholstery, multi-contour seats with heat and ventilation, a heads-up display, and a full suite of Ford's driver assist. Now, if you can already imagine the 23 prices, they're cuckoo bananas. That's going to continue, guys. And then with the availability of the trucks actually getting to the dealers, you already know the dealers are probably going to mark them up, market adjustment, do whatever. You're going to have to make that conscious decision if that makes sense in your economical structure to pay X amount, 5, 10, 15,000 over an MSRP for a truck that in probably 4 or 5 years you're going to be so far over your head, then it may not be worth it. So I would suggest just looking for a dealer that's doing straight MSRP, or I think it was Gary Crosley Ford that I was dealing with out there. They were actually giving me Z plan and a good discount on my 23 that I ordered. I didn't end up buying it because I'm still not a fan of those electronic gauges, but that is the progression of where it's going to go. So guys, that is the biggest difference from the 23 and 24. You're really not getting anything different. There might be some tweaks to some wheels and a tweak here, tweak there, but nothing really crazy. You're getting basically the same truck. And once you get in those super up trim trucks, you're already getting all the pizzazz you had last year. So I appreciate you guys being here and breaking down the 23 and 24 Ford Super Duty differences. Smash the subscribe button, like button for me, and we'll see you on the next one.